Think you know cats? Here are 4 surprising facts that might just change how you see your furry friend. Fact number 1. Cats only meow to humans, not each other. In the wild, adult cats barely meow. This is their special way of talking to us. 2. Cats have scent glands in their paws. So when they scratch, they're not just marking territory visually, they're also leaving their scent behind to claim it. 3. Cats can actually drink seawater. Their kidneys are so efficient they can filter out the salt and still hydrate. And here's a fun one. Most cats have a dominant paw. Around 40% are right-pawed, 40% are left-pawed, and only 20% are ambidextrous. So next time your cat gives you that slow blink, remember, they're full of surprises. Like and subscribe for more great facts.
Mars has some mind-blowing quirks. Here are 3 surprising facts about the red planet. 1. Mars has the tallest volcano in the solar system. Olympus Mons, a massive shield volcano, stands 13 miles high. 2. Mars has seasons like Earth. Mars tilts on its axis just like Earth does, which gives it seasons. But here's the twist. Martian seasons are almost twice as long because a year is 687 days there. 3. It snows on Mars, but it's different from Earth. It's basically frozen, dry ice that falls near the poles in winter. Temperatures can drop so low that carbon dioxide in the air solidifies, creating a winter wonderland. Like and subscribe for more great facts.
Think you know Earth? Here are 3 insane facts that'll blow your mind. Did you know the Earth's atmosphere is leaking? Every day, 90 tons of it drifts into space. Don't worry, it's mostly just hydrogen and helium, but that's still a daily escape of air you probably didn't know about. Here's another hot fact. Earth's core is as hot as the surface of the sun. At nearly 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit, this molten core powers Earth's magnetic field, protecting us from deadly solar rays. And the Earth isn't a perfect sphere! It bulges at the equator. So technically, Mount Chimborazo in Ecuador is the farthest point from Earth's center, not Mount Everest. Earth's got secrets. Who knew? Hit like and follow for more facts like these. Think you know space? Here are 3 facts that'll blow your mind. 1. On Venus, a single day is longer than its entire year. Venus rotates so slowly that a day there lasts 243 Earth days, but it orbits the Sun in just 225. 2. Saturn has a giant 6-sided storm at its North Pole. This hexagon-shaped hurricane has been raging for over 40 years and has 200-mile-per-hour winds. It's big enough to fit the Earth inside, and scientists still aren't sure why it's a hexagon. 3. The Moon is actually shrinking. As its core cools, it's got 150 feet smaller in diameter. This cooling causes the surface to wrinkle, creating moonquakes that can hit as strong as a magnitude 5 earthquake. So next time you look up at the night sky, remember, our universe is full of surprises. Follow AIO Spark for more space wonders, and subscribe for more amazing facts. 4. Surprising tiger facts you didn't know. First up, did you know a tiger's stripes aren't just on their fur, they're tattooed onto their skin? Shave a tiger, well, don't actually do that, and the stripes are still there. Talk about built-in body art. And they're sneaky geniuses too. Tigers can mimic the sounds of their prey to trick them into coming closer. Imagine a tiger calling out like a deer. That's next-level predator tactics. Here's another jaw-dropper. A tiger's roar is so powerful it can be heard from 2 miles away. That's nature's megaphone, warning rivals to stay far, far away. And finally, tiger pee smells like buttered popcorn. Sounds delicious, right? Except it's not. That smell is a warning sign to other tigers. This is my turf. So next time you see a tiger, remember, they're not just fierce, they're full of surprises. Which fact blew your mind? Let us know in the comments. Think you know everything about World War II? Let's see if these facts surprise you. First up, the US had a ghost army. An entire unit of artists and actors that used inflatable tanks, fake radio transmissions, and sound effects to fool the Nazis. And get this, Britain came up with Operation Vegetarian, a plan to spread anthrax-infected cattle feed across German farms to wipe out their food supply. The plan never saw the light of day in the end. Then, there was the Battle of Los Angeles. In 1942, anti-aircraft guns fired into the night, thinking it was a Japanese air raid. It was all a false alarm, probably triggered by a weather balloon. Imagine the chaos. And here's one for the history books. Hitler's own half-nephew fought for the US. William Patrick Hitler joined the US Navy to fight against his uncle's forces. After the war, he changed his last name. If you love hearing the wild side of history, don't forget to subscribe for more. Think you know France? Here are 3 surprising facts you probably didn't know. France was still using the guillotine in the 1970s. The last execution was in 1977, the same year Star Wars premiered. That's pretty wild for a country now known for human rights. 2. The French army invented camouflage. Back in 1915, they actually hired artists to design patterns to help soldiers blend in. France literally made hiding stylish. 3. France was the first country to ban food waste in supermarkets. Since 2016, stores are required to donate unsold food to charity instead of tossing it out. Now that's what we call revolutionary. France has more surprises than just baguettes and the Eiffel Tower. Like and subscribe for more hidden history. Here are 4 jaw-dropping facts about the ancient Roman Empire. 1. They were fast food pioneers. They invented fast food. Street food stands serving quick meals like bread, lentils, and wine. Think ancient McDonald's, but no burgers. 2. They created the original sports drink. Roman gladiators drank a cocktail of vinegar mixed with ashes. They believed it strengthened their bones. Gross but effective, maybe? 3. The power of pee. Urine was a hot commodity in Rome. Packed with ammonia, it was used for cleaning clothes, and even whitening teeth. Yes, public urinals were part of a recycling system. 4. The original graffiti masters. Romans loved graffiti. Archaeologists in Pompeii found hilarious scribbles like "I screwed the barmaid." Turns out, ancient humor was just as cheeky as ours. The Romans weren't just ancient, they were wild. Like and subscribe for more surprising facts. Think you know Vikings? Let me blow your mind with these 4 facts about the legendary Norsemen. First up, Viking women had serious power. They could own land, inherit property, and even divorce their husbands. Some, called shield maidens, fought alongside the men. And forget the horned helmets. It's a total myth. Vikings wore simple helmets for battle. The horned look? That came from 19th century operas. Here's a wild one. Vikings landed in North America about 500 years before Columbus. They called it Vinland, modern-day Newfoundland. And finally, when they weren't raiding or exploring, they were gaming. Vikings loved a board game called Nefatafel. Think of it as medieval chess with Viking flair. Vikings were more than warriors. They were complex, clever, and way ahead of their time. Now you know. Like and subscribe for more amazing history facts. Mysteries of Uranus, a sideways spinning diamond raining planet. Did you know Uranus rolls around the sun sideways? Unlike any other planet, it's tilted a wild 98 degrees, making it look like it's rolling instead of spinning. And get this, Uranus might actually rain diamonds. Scientists believe the pressure in its atmosphere is so intense, it turns carbon into diamonds that sink into the planet's core. But don't pack your bags just yet. Uranus is the coldest planet in the solar system, with temperatures dropping to a bone-chilling minus 371 degrees Fahrenheit. And here's a smelly surprise. Uranus's atmosphere contains hydrogen sulfide, the same gas that makes rotten eggs stink. Yep, Uranus smells bad. Which fact shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more interesting facts. Mind-blowing facts about the sun. 1. It sings. Turbulence on its surface creates sound waves. If you could hear it, it'd sound like a deep, eerie hum. Spooky, right? 2. It's losing 4 million tons of itself every second. It's constantly turning its mass into light and heat to keep us warm. But don't worry, it's got enough fuel to last billions of years. 3. Every 11 years, it flips its magnetic field. North becomes south, and south becomes north. This cycle powers solar storms that can even mess with Earth's technology. And number 4. Its atmosphere is huge, stretching billions of miles beyond Pluto. This invisible bubble, called the heliosphere, protects our entire solar system from interstellar radiation. So next time you look up at the sun, remember, it's more than just a ball of fire. It's a cosmic powerhouse full of secrets. Subscribe for more mind-blowing facts.
Brazil is more than carnivals and rainforests. Here are some surprising facts. 1. Brazil is home to Ilha da Queimada Grande, better known as Snake Island. It's one of the most dangerous places on Earth, packed the world's deadliest snake. golden lancehead viper. By some estimates, there's one snake for every square meter on the island. 2. For nearly 70 years, Brazil was actually a kingdom. From 1822 to 1889, Brazil was ruled by its own emperors after gaining independence from Portugal. In fact, its second emperor, Dom Pedro II, was known for his progressive policies and love of science. 3. Beneath the Amazon River, Brazil also has a hidden underground river, the Rio Hamza. This river flows about 4,000 meters, 13,000 feet, below the surface and runs almost parallel to the Amazon. Like and subscribe for more interesting facts.
Here are 4 Titanic facts you probably haven't heard before. First up, the Titanic had a mascot, Jenny the cat. She lived on board to keep the rats in check. But here's the wild part. Just before the ship's maiden voyage, Jenny and her kittens got off in Southampton. Some called it an omen. And did you know? A lifeboat drill was planned for the very day the Titanic hit the iceberg, but Captain Smith canceled it without giving a reason. Here's a creepy coincidence. 14 years before the disaster, a novel called The Wreck of the Titan described a massive ship hitting an iceberg and sinking. The similarities were bizarre, even down to the lack of lifeboats. And finally, Charles Juin, the ship's head baker, survived in freezing water for over 2 hours. How? He'd had so much whiskey that he barely felt the cold. The Titanic was full of surprises, and so is history. Hit subscribe for more! Think you know Spain? Let's dive into 3 incredible facts. Did you know Spain was once ruled by an 11-year-old? In 1833, Isabella II became queen at just 11. Her reign? Total chaos. Liberals and conservatives were at odds, and by 38, she was forced into exile. And here's a tasty fact. Madrid is home to the world's oldest restaurant, Sobrino de Botín. Since 1725, it served up delicious food using the same wood-fired oven for nearly 300 years. But Spain's most heartwarming title? World Champions in Organ Donation! Thanks to their opt-out system, they've led in organ donations for nearly 30 years, giving life around the world. Spain, full of history, flavor, and heart. Want more? Like and subscribe for tons of interesting facts. Think you know volcanoes? Here are 4 facts that'll blow your mind. Did you know some volcanoes have blue lava? Kawah Ijen in Indonesia releases sulfur gases that ignite, burning with a neon blue glow at night. It's like something from a sci-fi movie. Next, we have the loudest sound in recorded history. When Krakatoa erupted in 1883, it was heard nearly 3,000 miles away. It was so loud, it ruptured eardrums of people within 40 miles. That's insane! Volcanoes can even make lightning. During some eruptions, ash particles collide, generating static electricity that creates lightning storms right over the volcano. Nature's wildest fireworks. And Earth's volcanoes look tiny next to Olympus Mons on Mars. This giant is 13 miles tall, nearly 3 times the height of Mount Everest and the largest volcano in the solar system. Like and subscribe for more amazing facts. Climate change isn't just about hotter summers. There are some chilling facts you might not know. First up, the Arctic. As it warms, permafrost is thawing, releasing methane gas. Methane is 80 times more potent than CO2 at trapping heat. Dive into this. Oceans are absorbing CO2, turning acidic. It's not just coral reefs at risk, it's the entire marine food chain. Here's a snowball effect. As ice melts, the Earth gets darker. This means more heat is absorbed, speeding up climate change. Finally, warmer climates mean mosquitoes move north, potentially spreading diseases like dengue fever to new areas. Climate change is altering more than we thought. Stay informed because the world is watching. Subscribe for more eye-opening facts. 3 surprising dog facts you might not know. 1. Dogs' noses are like human fingerprints. Each one is different. The bumps, ridges, and creases on their noses are distinct to every individual dog, and some organizations even use nose prints for identification. 2. Dogs have an incredible sense of time. They don't just rely on routines, but can actually sense the passing of hours. Researchers believe they may be able to smell time, as different times of day release varying scents in the air that they can detect. 3. They have a second nose, called the vomeronasal organ, or Jacobson's organ, that allows them to detect pheromones. This gives them a kind of sixth sense for detecting emotions or even physical changes in other animals and humans. Want more? Like and subscribe for more interesting facts. The Ancient and Modern Olympics, a journey through time. Did you know the Olympics started over 2,700 years ago in ancient Greece? Back in 776 BCE, they were held in Olympia to honor Zeus, the king of the gods. The first Olympics had just one event, a 192-meter foot race called the Stadion. Over time, events like wrestling, chariot racing, and the pentathlon were added, but only free Greek men could compete. The games were so important that wars would stop, so everyone could travel safely. They continued for nearly 1,200 years, until Roman Emperor Theodosius banned them in 393 CE for being pagan. But in 1896, the Olympics made a comeback. French historian Pierre de Coubertin revived them, and the first modern games were held in Athens with 14 countries. Today, the Olympics unite the world, but it all started as a foot race to honor the gods. Like and subscribe for more great facts. Here are 5 mind-blowing facts about elephants. 1. They can hear with their feet. Elephants sense vibrations from miles away like thunder or distant calls using the ground. Their feet act like nature's Wi-Fi. 2. They use mud as sunscreen. Throwing mud on their backs isn't just for fun. It protects their skin from the sun and keeps bugs away. 3. Their trunks are crazy strong and precise. With over 40,000 muscles, an elephant's trunk can lift 600 pounds, but is delicate enough to pick up a single blade of grass. 4. They're amazing swimmers. Elephants can swim across deep rivers and even use their trunks as snorkels. Move over, Michael Phelps. 5. They comfort each other. If one is upset, others will touch them with their trunks or make soothing sounds. They're emotional and intelligent creatures. Elephants aren't just big, they're brilliant. Share this to spread the elephant love, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing facts. Underneath that fluffy white fur, polar bears actually have jet black skin. This helps them absorb and retain heat from the sun in the icy Arctic environment. Polar bear fur is translucent, not white. Each hair is hollow, reflecting visible light, which makes them appear white. In some lighting, they can even look yellowish or slightly green if algae grow inside their fur. They've got an incredible sense of smell. They can sniff out prey, like a seal, from over a mile away or even under 3 feet of compacted snow. Despite living in freezing temperatures, polar bears can overheat if they run too much or exert themselves for long periods. Their thick insulation works almost too well. Polar bears are classified as marine mammals, just like whales and seals, because they spend most of their lives on sea ice, hunting and traveling in water-rich environments. Some polar bears have tongues that appear bluish or purplish in color. Scientists believe this might be due to a higher concentration of oxygenated blood vessels near the surface. Their paws can be up to 12 inches wide, perfect for distributing their weight on thin ice and acting like paddles when swimming. The bumps on their foot pads also provide grip on slippery surfaces. Polar bears are exceptional swimmers. They can swim for days at a time, covering distances of over 60 miles without stopping. The longest recorded swim by a polar bear was an astonishing 220 miles. When hunting seals, polar bears will cover their black noses with their paws to blend in with the snowy surroundings. True Arctic ninjas. A newborn polar bear is shockingly small, about the size of a guinea pig, and weighs only around 1 pound. But they grow fast, reaching over 100 pounds within their first year. How many of these were new to you? Let me know in the comments and like and subscribe for more interesting facts.
Discovering the wonders of rainforests. Rainforests, home to half of all life on Earth. You know they're vital, but trust me, what you're about to learn will blow your mind. Did you know rainforests literally make their own rain? Trees release water from their leaves through a process called transpiration. This moisture rises into the atmosphere, forms clouds, and comes back down as rain. In fact, 75% of the rain in a rainforest is recycled like this. The Amazon has a flying river. It's an invisible stream of water vapor above the trees, and it carries more water than the Amazon River itself. Yeah, let that sink in. Here's a shocker. The forest floor in rainforests is almost lifeless. The soil is so poor in nutrients that most of the action happens in the trees and plants above. Everything depends on fallen leaves and debris being recycled by the ecosystem. Rainforests are nature's medicine cabinet. Over 25% of modern medicines come from rainforest plants. For example, the rosy periwinkle helped create treatments for childhood leukemia. Talk about life-saving. Walking trees are real. Some palms, like the Socratia exoriza, grow roots that allow them to slowly walk to sunnier spots or better soil. They're basically the nomads of the jungle. Rainforests even glow in the dark. At night, bioluminescent fungi light up the forest floor, attracting insects that spread their spores. It's like nature's own rave party. Every single rainforest tree is its own mini-world. You'll find frogs living in the canopy, ants farming fungi, and orchids clinging to the branches. It's like a skyscraper packed with wildlife. Rainforests are carbon vacuums, but here's a twist. At night or during dry seasons, they release more CO2 than they absorb. It's all part of their natural respiration cycle. Rainforests are incredible, and they're also fragile. From glowing fungi to walking trees, they're full of surprises, and they need our protection. Which fact amazed you the most? Drop it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more mind-blowing facts about our world. See you next time.
Surprising traits of penguins. Penguins might seem like adorable waddlers, but they've got some wild and obscure traits that'll blow your mind. Here are a few surprising facts about these flightless birds. They have superpowered vision underwater. Penguins can see better underwater than on land. Their eyes are specially adapted to spot prey in the murky depths, making them some of nature's best swimmers and hunters. They can drink salt water. Penguins have a gland near their eyes called the supraorbital gland, which filters salt from seawater. They can drink straight from the ocean without dehydrating. Emperor penguins can dive over half a mile deep. The emperor penguin holds the record for the deepest dive among birds, over 1,800 feet, 550 meters. That's deeper than most submarines go. They molt all at once. Most birds lose their feathers gradually, but penguins go through a catastrophic molt. They shed all their feathers at once and are land-bound for weeks while their new coat grows in. Penguin poop can be seen from space. Colonies of penguins produce so much guano, poop, that scientists can locate their breeding grounds using satellite imagery. It leaves a reddish stain on the ice, thanks to their krill-heavy diet. Some penguins fake being single. Adelie penguins are known for sneaky behavior. Some will steal pebbles from other nests to build their own, and some pairs even cheat on their partners to secure better breeding opportunities. They were once 6 feet tall. Fossil evidence shows that prehistoric penguins were giant, over 6 feet tall and weighing up to 250 pounds. These penguin ancestors roamed Earth millions of years ago. They're surprisingly loud. Penguins communicate through unique calls that sound like braying donkeys, honking geese, or even screeching cats. Each penguin has its own voice that helps them find their mate in a noisy colony. Isn't it wild how much more there is to penguins than meets the eye? Like and subscribe for more insane facts. Have you ever wondered why the moon changes shape throughout the month? These changes are called the phases of the moon, and they're all about how the moon orbits Earth and reflects sunlight. In this video, we'll break down each phase of the moon and why it happens. Let's dive in and explore the lunar cycle together. The moon's phases are all about its position in relation to Earth and the sun. As the moon orbits Earth, we see different amounts of its sunlit side. This change in visibility gives us the 8 distinct phases of the lunar cycle. The first is the new moon. The new moon is the beginning of the lunar cycle. At this phase, the moon is between Earth and the sun, making it invisible from Earth. With no sunlight reaching the side we see, the sky appears moonless. Next is the waxing crescent. After the new moon, a small crescent of light appears, known as the waxing crescent. Waxing means the moon is growing, and we'll see more of it each night. After that, in comes the first quarter. The first quarter happens about a week after the new moon. At this phase, half of the moon's face is lit, creating a clear half moon in the sky. After the first quarter, the moon enters the waxing gibbous phase. In this phase, more than half of the moon's face is lit, but it's not yet fully illuminated. Each night, we see more of the moon as it heads toward fullness. This continues over several days until we see the full moon. The full moon is when the moon's face is completely lit up. This occurs when Earth is positioned between the sun and the moon. We get a perfect view of the entire sunlit side, making it appear as a bright, full circle in the night sky. After the full moon, the moon begins to shrink, or wane, starting with what's known as the waning gibbous phase. In this phase, the illuminated area of the moon decreases each night, signaling the start of the moon's journey back toward darkness. Then we're on to the last quarter. The last quarter, also known as the third quarter, happens about 3 weeks into the lunar cycle. At this phase, only half of the moon is visible again, but it's the opposite side from the first quarter. And finally, it's the turn of the waning crescent. As the moon continues to wane or disappear from view, it reaches the waning crescent phase. Only a small sliver of the moon's face is illuminated at this point. This final phase leads us back to the new moon, where the cycle begins again. The moon's phases repeat every 29.5 days, creating a constant rhythm in our night sky. Each phase gives us a unique view of the moon, from dark to full and back again. For centuries, the phases of the moon have helped humans track time, grow crops, and even plan cultural events. Today, the moon's phases continue to inspire curiosity and wonder, connecting us to the natural cycle. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the phases of the moon. If you enjoyed learning about the lunar cycle, don't forget to like, subscribe, and explore more with us. See you in the next video.